Goddesses and gods gather around. Welcome to Mythology and Makeup. I'm Vanessa, and I'm thrilled to share my passion of mythology with you while I get ready for the day. From Athena's wisdom to the captivating stories of the muses and everything in between. So grab your brushes and a mirror, and let's unleash the beauty and magic within. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome back for another mythology dive. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. So I want to say happy Mother's Day. And let's get back into it. So last week we ended with the green jewel. And so this week we're going to dive into two more myths from the ancient world of the Egyptians. And I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to do my eyes first, and then I'm going to do my base. Because I used to do it like that. And then, I don't know why I stopped doing it like that. Because then, I'd be like doing my eyeballs. And then I would be touching on my face and mess up my base. And I just don't know why I stopped doing it like that. And I just went back to, I don't know why I did that, why I started doing that. But, so, we're getting back to doing the eyeballs first. So, the first story we're going to get into today is the Prince of Bakhtan. So, the pharaoh was in a city that is considered to be in western Syria, collecting his annual tribute. And all the other chiefs brought him, like the normal things, like, I don't know, gold, like precious metals, some precious wood, probably some money, probably some food. But the Prince of Bakhtan offered him his oldest daughter. He was like, here you go. Here's my daughter. You want my daughter? And just like any other guy, man, couldn't resist. So the pharaoh took her, was like, thanks, man. Took her back to Egypt, where he made her his wife and named her Ra Nephew, meaning the beauties of Ra. We're just going to go by Ra, or the pharaoh's wife, because every time I say that word, I know I'm going to butcher it. So, yeah. Some time went on, and during the 5th regional year, the Prince of Bakhtan visited Thebes and presented some offerings to the king and paid homage to him. And the king explained to the prince that the queen's younger sister was sick. And so the prince immediately took off and went to the pharaoh. It probably took him a while, because it's the ancient world. So months probably went by. Months and months and months went by. And when the prince finally made it to the pharaoh and explained to the pharaoh, like, your wife's sister is extremely ill. Like, she needs your help. The help of your best physicians. Please, I beg you. And as soon as the pharaoh heard what was going on, he was like, I got you, bruh. I got you. And so the pharaoh was like, hey, I need all my physicians to gather around. I need all of you smart people to come over to me, and we need to gather around, and I need you guys to choose the best physician out of all of you. And that guy needs to go with the prince and help the queen's sister. And so, they're talking. They finally decide on one of the best skilled physicians to travel with the prince back to the queen's younger sister. And so he got there, he examined her, and he realized that her illness was the work of an evil spirit. And he was like, oh, snap. Like, nothing I can do can help her. She needs the help of a god. And so the prince set word to the pharaoh saying, like, we need the help of a god. The physician can't do anything. She's possessed by a demon. We need the help of a god. We need to perform an exorcism to get this devil out of her. When the message arrived in Egypt, there was a festival going on. When the pharaoh heard of what was going on, he immediately went to the temple of Khonsu and was like, please, I ask you for your help. For my queen, my wife's sister, is being possessed, and we need your help to save her. And so the god, Khonsu, embodied himself into a statue so they could, take him with them to this land, to the land where the sister was. So, after 17 months, the god finally was able to confront the demon. After 17 months of a journey. So it took them 17 months to get there. And after that, when they got there, when the god was able to confront the demon immediately left the girl. And the girl cured. She was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm cured. No longer have a demon in my body. Then the demon spoke to Khonsu. Because he had recognized his power, he begged him for forgiveness, but he also asked for one other thing. He asked for there to be a feast held for him. And before Khonsu decided that he would leave the mortal world to go back to his own lands, a great feast was held, and everybody had a grand old time, and just as the demon promised, he went home. But the prince realized how powerful Khonsu was and decided to keep his image in the city. But after 3 years, Khonsu decided to return to Egypt in the form of a golden owl. Not owl, hawk. I don't know why I said owl. But he decided, he was like, deuces, peace. He felt ashamed for keeping the god trapped there and sent back all of the belongings of the god together with numerous offerings and gifts. And when the tribute finally arrived back in Egypt, the pharaoh placed it in front at the foot of the temple of the god at his great temple. Well, hold on. He placed it at the foot of his statue in his great temple. For a second, I was like, that doesn't make sense. What I'm saying makes no sense at all. I'm just going to put it all over my eye, because why not? Why not? Just put the shimmery all over my eye. That looks good. And then we're going to clean up the edge. Okay. Going to get, where did my, I set the other palette on top of the other one. I kind of want to put some of this on there too. Can you even see it? Oh yeah. A little sparkly. that's orange. I don't need that one. I just want to lighten up the inner corner. A little bit. That'll do. Okay, now I just need to do the under eye. Because you cannot forget. God, did I get eyeshadow in my eyeball? Jesus. So next we're going to get into the tale of the two brothers. There were once two brothers, and they had the same mom and the same dad, and their names were Anpu, and he was the oldest, and Bata, and he was the little brother. And they didn't really say what happened to the parents, but I'm assuming that they like died or something, because the brother, the older brother, like raised the baby brother. Like he was like a father to him. And so the older brother had his own house and a wife. And his wife was like a mom to Batum. Bata, not Batum. I don't know why I was saying Batum. But they were like his parents, basically. And Bata took care of like the animals and stuff, and took care of like the land and all that fun stuff, you know? Bata's equal was not found in the land, but in the spirit of a god. Every morning he would wake up and he would go out with the oxen, and every night he would come back with them. He would bring back milk and herbs for his brother and his brother's wife. And while his brother and his wife would eat, Batum would go back into the barn or stables with the cattle, and he would sleep with them, you know, protect them, make sure they were, you know, safe. He did this every day. And so the next morning when he got up, he was the only one. He got up before everybody else. So he made some bread and took the portion for himself, left the other for his brother, and he went out to the field, and that's where he ate his food with the cattle. Why is that being so difficult? While he followed the oxen, he heard and understood what they were saying to him. And he was like, oh, okay. And they told him, yonder is sweet herbage. He took them where they wanted to go, and they indeed were noble animals, and they increased greatly. Why is the eyeliner being so difficult? Oh, that is not the cap for that. There we go. Why do I keep trying to put that in there? I'm going to do my other eye real fast, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The time came for Bakhtan to take care of the land and to plow it. And his brother spoke to him and said, "Now get ready. Get the team of oxen ready. For the Nile flood has passed, and the land may be broken up. We shall begin to plow tomorrow, and then carry seed into the field so that we may sow." So Bakhtan did what he was asked, and the next day, when the sun came up, the two brothers went to the field together and were well pleased with the work at which they had accomplished. Several days went by, and it by chance that on an afternoon the seed was finished and they had accomplished their day's task. The older brother spoke to his younger brother, asking him to go to the house and grab some more seeds. So Bakhtan took off to the house. He was like, "Aye, aye, Captain, will do." So when he gets to the house, he sees his brother's wife sitting on the floor messing with her hair. And he was like, "Hey, could you grab me some seeds?" And she was like, "No, if I get up, my hair will fall and it will be ruined." And so she's like, "Just go and get it yourself," basically. And he was like, "Okay." So he went into the storeroom, grabbed a basket, and put a bunch of seeds, a bunch of different seeds in the basket, all the things that they needed. As he's leaving the storeroom, comes out and sees her standing there, and she's like, staring at him. And she's like, "Oh, you're so strong. Do you want to stay up here with me? Stay in here with me? And, you know." And he was like, the fuck? This offended him, okay? First of all, that was his brother's wife, okay? Second of all, she's like been like a mom to him. Like, ew. So he takes off. He's like, "No." Takes off. Okay? So Anpu, his wife, she was like, "Okay, now I need to come up with a plan so she doesn't get in trouble for her actions." So she decides that she is going to be like, "Your brother attacked me, tried to attack me." So that night, when he comes home from working in the field all day, and she's just been playing with her hair, she fucking, it's like, "Today when your brother came to get the seeds, he attacked me." And this, sure as hell, pissed Anpu off. Just straight pissed him off. He was like, oh, so my brother tried to attack you and hurt you and like do things to you. Yeah, we can't have that. We cannot have that at all. He immediately was like, "I'm gonna kill him. I'm killing him." So he grabs a dagger and goes and stands outside of the barn. Okay. So, as every single day, Bakhtan comes home with some milk and herbs for his brother and his brother's wife. He's walking into the barn, and the first ox that goes in to the barn speaks to him and says, your brother's standing outside this door, outside the door with a dagger, and he wants to kill you. And he was like, excuse me, what? My brother wants to what? The second one goes in. The second one goes into a stall and tells him, you need to get away fast. You need to book it up out of here, my dude. Just get up out of here. And so Bata looks under the door and he sees his brother's legs and a tip of a dagger. He immediately drops the milk and herbs and takes off running. Okay, he just takes off running. And his brother, the older brother, takes off after him. He's like, get back here. I'm gonna kill you. And so they're chasing each other, you know, and Bata cries out to Ra, saying, oh, blessed thou art thou, who distinguished between falsehood and truth. The god heard this cry, Ra heard this cry, and he helped him. Okay, so he made a wide stream appear between the two brothers, and in the water was full of crocodiles. Just full of crocodiles. So, you know, they can't do anything about that. But you know, his brother's on the other side screaming at him like, I want you to die. Just screaming. And he's over here like, what did I do? Like, what is going on? Figured I would contour because I haven't contoured in a long time. So why not? Why not contour? Bata cried out to his older brother, saying, until the earth is made bright again, the sun Ra will be, you know, in the morning when Ra rises, I shall reveal in his presence all that I know, and he shall judge between us, deciding on what is false and what is true. So, when the day became anew and the sun god appeared in his glory, the two brothers stood awaiting. The younger brother asked, why do you come against me? Why do you want to kill me? Have you not been a father to me and your wife a mother to me? And just so you know, what really happened was when I went in there to get some seeds and I came out with the bucket full of seeds, your wife was trying to get with me. She was trying so hard to be like, oh, I just noticed how a handsome young man you're becoming. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. Ew. After he was done, he called to the witness the sun god, and said, great was thy wickedness in desiring to murder me for treachery. As he spoke, he cut off a piece of his flesh and plunged it into the stream, where it was devoured by some fish. He sank fainting upon the bank. His older brother was standing there in anguish, and tears ran down his face. He desired greatly to be beside his brother on the opposite side of the bank. The younger brother spoke again, and he told his brother that if his beer had bubbles in it, and his wine smells foul, that this is a sign that he's in danger or needs assistance. He reveals that he will place his soul in the highest blossom of a tree, and tells his brother how to retrieve and revive him if the tree is to cut down. After his brother leaves the valley, after Bata leaves for the valley, the older brother goes back home, and he just kills his wife. He just immediately was like, dead, die for your lies, die for your lies. I'll lighten it up here under my eyes. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. So he killed his wife and then fed her body to the dogs. Just straight up was like, here you go. Here's dinner. Eat her. Bata finally settles down in the valley after many days of a journey. He would hunt wild beasts and would lay down to rest below the tree where, at the highest blossom, he put his soul. Eventually, he built a house, you know, and like was living it up, just living his best life out here in the wilderness on his own. He didn't have to worry about his brother's, you know, little weirdo wife anymore. One day, you know, because he woke up every day and did the exact same thing. The exact same stuff. I feel like I needed a little bit more blush. Some more blush. It's not as blushy as I'd like. Some more. Some more, please. Some more blush, please. Anyways, so he was out hunting one day and he met 9 gods out there who were surveying this new land. And they spoke to him and they asked him, why had he forsaken his home? Because his brother's wife had been dead. She was gone. She was dead. Dead. The dogs ate her. Okay. And Ra had grown, like, they felt bad for him, you know, because he was lonely. And so Ra was like, create a wife for him. The most beautiful woman you'd ever seen. He deserves that. He deserves to have a beautiful wife. So he had a wife. And not long after his wife, he got his wife. Put some highlight on the nose. Not long after he, you know, was like, oh, I have a wife now. Some 7 Hathors came to him and was like, your wife is going to die a speedy death by a blade. And he was like, okay. I'm going to put some lashes on and I'll be right back. All right. Setting spray. Bata loved his wife dearly. Each day while she remained in the house, he would go out and hunt and come home and bring the food and place it at her feet. He would tell her every single day, do not go outside, for the sea may come up and carry you away. And I cannot rescue you from the sea spirit, because I am weak, because my heart and soul, you know, it's the same thing, is concealed in the highest blossom of this flowering tree right here by our house. And he just gave her all of his secrets and like told her everything. So, but we are going to end that here today. And next week I will continue the story. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. You guys like the look. I know it's a little simple look. I didn't do any graphic liner today, but my creativity was not working with me. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed my look. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day and get to spend it around people that you guys love. With that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will be back next week with another video. Bye, guys.